Project Scope Management. Step 1. Collect requirements. The process begins with gathering requirements to ensure project deliverables meet stakeholder needs. Several models, methods, and artifacts are used to collect requirements. Models and methods, interviews, one-on-one discussions to elicit stakeholder needs, workshops, collaborative sessions to refine requirements, surveys and questionnaires, useful for collecting data from a large group, prototyping, building a model to help stakeholders visualize the end product. Artifacts, requirements documentation, stakeholder requirement matrix, use cases and scenarios. Affinity diagram. An affinity diagram is a tool used to organize and group ideas or requirements into clusters based on their natural relationships. It helps in identifying patterns or themes in complex data, making it easier to prioritize and analyze requirements. Mind mapping. Mind mapping is a visual brainstorming tool used to represent ideas or requirements hierarchically. It starts with a central idea and branches out into related subtopics, promoting creativity and clarity in understanding the scope. User story and facilitation techniques. User story, a short, simple description of a feature or requirement from the user's perspective. Format, as a role, I want feature so that benefit. Facilitation techniques, brainstorming, generating ideas rapidly in a group. Focus groups, gaining feedback from specific stakeholder groups. Context, diagram, a visual representation showing the system and its interaction with external entities, defining boundaries and scope. Defining scope and artifacts. Project. Scope statement describes what the project will deliver, includes objectives, deliverables, exclusions, constraints, and assumptions. Project charter versus scope statement. Project charter. High-level document that formally authorizes the project, outlining objectives, stakeholders, and high-level constraints. Scope statement, a detailed description of what the project will and will not include. Step 2. Create Work Breakdown Structure, WBS. The WBS is a process of subdividing project deliverables and work into smaller, manageable components. Key features, hierarchy, provides a structured view of the project. Work packages, the smallest units of work contained in the WBS. WBS numbering system, identifies elements and their levels in the structure. Benefits, ensures all work is captured, prevents tasks from slipping through the cracks. Simplifies project tracking and control. Artifacts of WBS process. WBS dictionary, describes each WBS element in detail. Scope baseline, combines the scope statement, WBS and WBS dictionary. Step 3. Validate scope. The process of obtaining formal acceptance of completed project deliverables by stakeholders. It involves comparing deliverables against the scope baseline, conducting inspections and reviews. Step 4. Control scope. Monitoring project scope to manage changes effectively. This process ensures preventing scope creep, aligning work with the approved scope baseline. Overview of project scope management activities. Collect requirements, identify and document stakeholder needs, define scope, develop a detailed project scope statement. Create WBS, break down the project into manageable components. Validate. Scope, ensure deliverables meet stakeholder expectations. Control scope, monitor and manage scope changes throughout the project lifecycle. This structured approach to scope management ensures clarity, alignment, and successful project delivery.